Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another video. So as promised, I'm here today with the Cuman civilization, and we're going to take a look at just how powerful they are with their second TC in the Feudal Age. Now for this builder, I have to make a couple assumptions. I have to first assume that your opponent will try to punish you if you just go up and go for the double TC without walling. So we're going to have to be fully walled. And we're going to have to go up at a reasonable population to maybe even fake a scout rush, because the Cumans do have a pretty powerful scout rush. So the plan is we're going to go up on 21 population, kind of fake the scout rush. We're going to be fully walled, so he cannot really scout what we're doing. And then instead we're going to go for a very defensive approach and go for a double TC boom with both eco upgrades to farm and a D-wood upgrade. Let's hop right into it and check out just how powerful this double TC Cuman build is. Alright. Very good stuff, very good stuff. So hop in right into this one. Again, start will be the same. I think the only difference will be for the wood line, a bit later on in the Feudal Age. We're gonna start with 4 on wood, and then eventually we're gonna do some weird things. We're not gonna make a second lumber camp. Instead, we're gonna make the second TC on our second wood line. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys just what I came up with here. Like I said, this builder, it's very fragile if it's telegraphed. If your opponent knows it's coming, he's going to be able to punish it with, I think, men-at-arms and towers is probably the best way to punish it. If not, I think maybe archers or something can be okay. Men-at-arm archers. However, I think if your opponent goes scouts, this builder will be very effective against this. So keep that in mind. This is going to be really, really strong at countering those scout players. Alright, so as usual, we're going to get used to the command queue. Make sure you guys are using that and I'm using that because it's so nice. So here we're going to decide which woodline to take for our lumber camp. I'm going to take this woodline. It's nice in the back. It's very, very good. Let's go ahead and grab that one. And I'll continue scouting as per usual. Oh, got some sheep. Oh, goats rather. Goats still have 100 food, so this is standard resources here. Command queue. Oh, I think I messed up there. Yeah, I think I messed up. I didn't command queue. And I just like right clicked normally, and well, not the best, no big deal though as well. It's all good. I will say that the villagers under TC seem to function really efficiently on DE. Sure, I'll give me 2 flags. Oh well. Alright, so 3 on wood. Let's get 1 more there. Make that 4. Command Q that last goat, and I think we found everything. Yeah, we found everything. So 1 on the front, 1 on the back. So just for the purpose of the tutorial, I'll stop scouting. However, actually, let's continue scouting just a little bit more and see just where we're gonna wall. Alright, so let's take that front boar. Again, 4 on wood, 6 on sheep. You guys can keep track on the top here just exactly where my villas are going. And we're going to build a house. You want to build the house always in the shape of a wall, so I'm going to do that. You guys should know this by now if you guys have been watching my previous guides. Alright, cool. So now I have to make sure I know where I'm going to be able to wall here. It's very important, because we will have to be fully walled for this to actually make sense in a real game, right? I can, obviously I can make a really insane 2TC build without any walls, but that's just not realistic. It's not going to go unpunished most of the time. So we're going to be fully walled. And remember, Cumans, just to refresh here, guys, they have palisade walls with 50% more HP. So they're actually quite a strong defensive civilization, and they can easily make this happen. Alright, so we're going to make use of that bonus. The fact that we're a good scout civ as well is really good. So we're going to go up on 21 pop and kind of fake the scout rush by being fully walled. Your opponent does not know what you're doing, and instead we're going to go for that 2 TC boom. So there's a psychological aspect in it as well. And it's very important that you nail these aspects, because like I said, if your opponent knows what you're going to do, it's very easy to punish or even stop altogether with, like I said, a men-at-arms tower rush from your opponent, or just a straight-up tower rush in general. Because you're going to see, we're going to have pretty much no military out at all. Get this boar. And I know people have been commenting that you only need, 1 shot for the boar. I've tested it out, and with 1 shot, sometimes the boar doesn't actually chase you. So, whatever your preference is, I just think sticking with 2 shots is fine. You don't lose anything out of it, actually. So it's no big deal. Alright, this next build we'll make another house. So again, 18 out of 20. House in the shape of a wall. Let's just take out that straggler. Good stuff. And in the next build, we'll go on to boar as usual. And then the last villager, we're going to do 1 more into boar here. And then the last villager will go over to woodline. We're going to go for a standard 21 population here. Alright. The only thing you have to realize now is that we're going to start our full walls. So again, I'm going to be walling big distances here. But the idea here is I need to be fully walled. I don't need to secure map control. You don't have to wall far. You just have to make sure you're fully walled to not let any scouts or archers into your base. So next we'll go into wood, and we're going to do something really interesting when we click up to Feudal Age, and you're going to see exactly what it is. It's going to be pretty much full walling my entire base instead of making a second lumber camp. And you're going to see just how many villas I invest into it to make sure I'm actually going to be fully walled. Alright, so let's get enough food here. Click up. Might have to drop my berries. We're good though, no big deal. Okay, cool. Now let's right away, when I click up, instantly, it's very important that you go instantly, guys. Send a few villagers to go wall. And again, I'm not exaggerating here. You really have to send this many villas, and you want to make sure you get all your walls up. And again, you don't have to secure map control. I'm not going to go out here to wall. I'm just going to wall as much, as close to my base as possible. The idea is that I'm going to be fully walled. That's the only thing I'm looking for. So again, let's take a look here. I'm fully walled on this side, forest, fully walled on this side, fully walled on this side, and fully walled here. So completely walled, completely safe. And as you can see, my resources, they're piling up quite nicely. I'm going to be able to afford a second TC, and it's important that you guys make that on another wood line. So, get this fill in. Good stuff. Alright, I like to make a house at the end of one of my walls because you're going to need that in Feudal Age. So again, no barracks. However, if you guys want to get a little bit cheeky, you guys can make a barracks on the front, visible, to once again really fake that scout rush. So that's one thing you guys can go for. Personally, I don't think you need. I think these 375 HP walls are enough to defend. But yeah, let's hop right into it here. So Feudal Age coming in. We're going to send 3 villas here with this villager, and we're going to make our second TC. Always make it with 4 villas. And so our Feudal Age, we're going to get both eco upgrades as well. And we're going to easily be able to afford our TC. There we go. So let's wall up here. And get that second TC up. So now you're going to go into pure farming mode. So it's very important that you guys farm. As soon as you guys get 60 wood, you guys drop a farm. And with the idols, you want to set them to wood or stragglers or berries, wherever really. So as soon as I get 60 wood now, my plan is going to be to drop a farm. Notice how my gather point is on, sorry, the stragglers. So as soon as I get 60 wood, drop in a farm. You're going to need as much food income as possible to be able to sustain production from the 2 TCs. Alright, so at this point, it's 11 minutes in the game. So if your opponent is going scouts or men-at-arms, you're going to start seeing them show up at your base very soon. So if there's any pressure, feel free to re-wall behind. You can even use gates like this to really, wall versus archers. Again, your walls are pretty pretty high HP, pretty resistant. So guys should be able to defend quite easily. And so if they go towers or something, so just keep that in mind. And one last thing to keep in mind is if they do tower rush you, you don't have enough stone to make another tower, a defensive tower, so you have to actually go ahead and mine the stone. So that's the only danger, I think, if you get tower rushed while going for this build. But otherwise, look at this. Second TC up at 12 minutes, and we're already double TC booming with enough economy to sustain double build production, and we already have both eco upgrades. This is a very solid start for the Cumans, guys. And like I said, fully walled, we're defending our weak spots. I don't make these builds just to see, how crazy the theory is, but I actually make them practical so you guys can use them in your own games. So let me just continue, keep this running for the next little bit. And at this point, you have a lot of options. You can easily go for, I don't know, something like more scouts, defensive scouts. You can switch into archers. You can go fast castle if you want as well. I probably recommend going fast castle into knights, or if you need the units to defend, skirmishers, scouts, whatever you really need to defend what your opponent is doing to push you. If he's not pushing you, simply go for the fast castle. Alright, so just going to continue booming here, and there it is. My economy is starting to rise, and yeah, at this point, it's really when I have to make the decision. Do I need a stable? Do I need a range? This is the moment in time where I drop it. 13.5 minutes of free booming and defensive play, and now I can actually start going for some options depending on what my opponent's going for. And like I said, if he's not doing anything, if he's not pressuring me, I can simply just go for a fast castle myself, probably hit there around like 17 or 18 minutes, and then I can go for like 2 stable knights or something ridiculous like that. So again, thank you guys for watching this build. I could show you guys, how this transitions into a fast castle. However, I'm going to stop it here just because I don't want you guys to be limited to only one strategy. This is simply the opening. This is simply the opening strategy. You don't actually have to, stick with it and go for fast castle. It's important that you guys know how to adapt, and I'm giving you guys the tools you need to actually adapt to what your opponent's doing. Like I said, by adding the stable, the range to go skirms, scouts, mine some stone, go for defensive towers. The choice is yours, and it depends on a game-to-game basis. But this is the basic double TC Cuman boom in the Feudal Age. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like and comment. And next up will be the Tartars, and I'm going to figure out a build order to show you guys with that civilization as well. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.